What's up everybody, this is Rich with Lifetime Shred, and today's video is all about a recent trip I took to OWC down in Orlando, Florida. This trip was in December of 2024 with myself and my friend Jerry. So we'll kick off the video with a little bit of a riding edit, then I'll talk about my experience at the park as well as a drone overview of the current setup over there. But all in all, had a great time, so let's get into it. Yeah, and that was a blast. I will say I've been to OWC a few times in the past. This wasn't my first trip. The most recent time I've been there was in the spring of 2021, which was actually before they did all the big renovations that you could see in the footage. So now they've got this nice beachfront. They've pulled the boats over. They've redone the beginner cable, the aquapark location. Everything's really accessible from like that beach launching point or staging point, and that's awesome. Some things that haven't changed, they have great features. Lots of variety from beginner to advanced, depending which cable you're on. They also have the best food of any cable park that I've ever been to. Like, I'll just show you this picture of this salad I got. Like, most cable parks you go to, and it's like French fries and stuff like that. Like, no, like this was legit, healthy, well-made, good food. And the staff was so nice as well. Like, shout out to them, whether it's the cable operators or anyone else. Everyone was really nice. So you should definitely check it out if you're in Florida, say with your family on a Disney trip, or you go down there with a buddy, or even go on a solo trip. This was December, let's see, I think 6, 7, 8 or something like that. The temperatures really weren't bad. I would say the water, I had a thick Neo top on and Neo shorts underneath my board shorts, and I felt like that was perfect. So the temperature outside was probably in the mid 70s. I would imagine the water temp was probably in the mid 60s. OWC is great. It's got something for everybody. It's got good food. It's got a nice pro shop. You can ride the boat there. I actually didn't do that this time, but that is one of the best deals. I think it's like $100 or $120, and you can take a 30-minute set on a G23 and get a full day of cable riding in. So that's a deal as well. Let's get into the current setups. Getting into the beginner setup, beginner intermediate cable, they had a couple kickers to kick off the front, which I love seeing. They've got some nice flat boxes, and I will say both the cables at OWC do run counterclockwise, so they do favor a goofy-footed rider getting around the corners. But luckily with the beginner cable, they do run it much slower than the pro cable, so it just creates a little more time to kind of line up your quarters and get around. But yeah, they had fun boxes in there. Something that's different about OWC from a couple years ago is there used to not be that many features in the beginner cable, but now you got like multiple options at every spot. So as well as classic kickers and bumps and all that. So if you're looking to get out and learn how to wakeboard, not only do they have a 2.0, but you've got an awesome full-size beginner cable to get out and practice your skills, practice your corners. Getting into the pro line. So the pro cable, I believe, runs at 20 miles per hour, so it is a pretty fast cable here. But they could pull that off because they have two cables, right? Beginner intermediates can always go on the other one. But yeah, right off the bat, you've got 2 XL kickers, and then I believe medium. I don't know. I think they're medium, not large. So lots of options in terms of, you're stepping up your tricks. You don't want to get a ton of pop, or you want to go huge. I like this too because the kickers are right off the dock, and it's a pretty quick swim if you do crash. Plus, OWC, it's not super deep. Like if you're 6 feet tall or something like that, you can kind of tippy toe across the bottom to get out of there. It's not just swimming. But after that, awesome A-frame transfer box, and then the famous Nessie feature, which is like that rainbow swoop dragon box with the transfer on the side of it. And going around the corners again, these are counterclockwise, so going to be a little tougher if you're if you're a regular footer. But that said, if you're on the pro cable, you probably don't have a problem with that. If you're still having a problem cornering, you probably should stick on the other cable. And yeah, going around the corner, I love this toe side transfer on the right. I just thought that feature was awesome. I actually think they had that at Elite Cable back in the day, but super smooth to get on that pipe. And then they also have the Nico kind of bank rail on the left. And then, yeah, the OWC pool on the left for the final part of this line. So I never hit the pool before. It was really cool to do that for the first time and get used to it. It actually surprised me a lot that you could actually edge pretty good in the middle pool, even when it was kind of rough. And then they had this up box with a pipe on the right. I think for me, this trip really was just all about getting one last cable ride for the year. Overall, it does take me a little bit of time to get back into riding. So the first day, it was kind of like a dust the rust day, but I felt on my second day, which was actually at Nona, which I'll make a separate video about, and then the third day at OWC, I was getting back into my groove and I was learning things, getting into the pool. And the pool was really my main goal of this trip, is I wanted to get in and transfer up to the flat ledge, which I was able to do. I did not hit the down flat down rail, but maybe in a future trip that'll be an option for me. All in all, I think the pool looks a lot scarier than it is. If you want to check it out and you're good edging and you're comfortable being on the advanced cable in general, riding through the middle and then just jumping the stairs or firecracking the stairs is pretty easy to pull off. And then getting into that outer flat ledge really isn't too bad either. But yeah, excited to go back. I got some tricks in mind. I actually had a clip where I tried to get a back 3 off the ledge, but I didn't throw it in the edit. As you can see here, I did kind of wipe out, even though I rode away. I don't know, I just wasn't happy with it, but I did run out of time and stamina on that final day. So I'm coming back at some point to get that trick. All in all, I hope you're all having a good time. Just out here in Utah, snowboard season's been kind of a slow start, which was also part of the reason I wanted to go on this cable trip. But I do love, we have Woodward Park City out here, which is kind of like riding a cable park, but on a snowboard mountain. Just lots of laps, lots of features, lots of catching air. Anyway, I bid you adieu. Have a good one. Bye.